Last 10 games, 395, 6 home runs, 11 RBI. He's making a case for selection to the All-Star game, but more important, and I've fielded phone calls from people on the radio, on WLW, about, well, maybe one of the guys they should trade is Todd Frazier. He's young, he's inexpected, and he's inexpensive, and he's hitting the ball well. I said, you've just given me compelling reasons to keep Todd Frazier. Yeah. Why would you want to trade this guy? He's the only thing you got, really. 395 over the last 10 games, but on balance this season, I think he's had a very good year. I mean, you could make a case right now where that guy could hit 50 home runs this year.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the numbers a little bit, he's actually third in the National League in wins above replacement. The only two guys who have better numbers than him, Bryce Harper, who is like out of this world, and Paul Goldschmidt, who is like also on that same level. I mean, those two guys have just been unbelievable, and Frazier's third. I mean, I think, you know, we can talk all we want about the Royals and the situation with the All-Star voting on the American League side, but I think it's an absolute travesty that on the National League side that he's third in the voting. I mean, it's ridiculous. If you look at the numbers, you know, he's got much better numbers than Carpenter and Bryant. If you look at he is 1.6 wins above replacement above Carpenter, and I think he's a full win above replacement above Bryant. That doesn't sound like a whole lot. That's a lot. That's a huge difference. I mean, you're talking about his WAR is something like 3.6. So you're talking about very small numbers. To have that big of a gap and to be that far behind in the All-Star voting is just ridiculous.
Well, and you got to love his attitude. I mean, he's Mr. Cincinnati right now, holding this team together. You know, he's not too cocky, but he also holds his own. He says, I should be an All-Star. And you know, I love that attitude. And everyone, I think, in Cincinnati has got to rally behind this guy.
I think he'll get selected. He'll get selected. Don't you think he'll get selected?
If he's not on the team,
I'm not going to the game.
There's some major problem.
Right.
Regardless
Burn down the ballpark.
Like, I mean, even if it wasn't in Cincinnati, if he wasn't on the team, it would be an absolute injustice. Yep. But with it being in Cincinnati, I gotta think there's. I mean, he's the spokesperson for the All-Star game.
Right.
So they'd put him on if he was hitting 250.
Yeah. Well, he's got to be captain of the home run. I mean,
I think he's in the home run derby, isn't he?
Yeah, they got to put him there too.
He looks,